Good afternoon, motherfuckers. Welcome. I'm going to run the air conditioning today, so I hope that's not too distracting. It is currently running. I don't think it's that loud, but I also don't want to have massive pit stains like I usually do. So, air conditioning. Okay. Cool. The coffee is flavor. We can't hear the... okay, that's good. That's good to know. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, the camera appears to be slightly angled too far. Ah, much better. Excellent. All right. 7 minutes in Nick. Do you got... Is that like 7 minutes in heaven? I'm just making sure that Cody didn't send anything, and he didn't, so we'll just start off with the first one, which is Ice Kai Ab. Cool Whip remix I'm making. Did you send this one last time? I don't remember. Let's have a listen. You did send something? What did you send? Oh shit. Okay. Sorry. We're going to do Cody's first. Here we go. And this is silly. I like it a lot. I think that the sub is really loud and it's kind of drowning out stuff. And there's like some sounds. There's like a wee wee. There's like some of the sounds are kind of in the background almost. They sound like they're all kind of supposed to be the same complextro main wub, but I feel like there's some sounds that are really quiet in them. Like that wee. You know, like some of those sounds, they're just not up front enough. So to me, if you dropped your sub maybe 4 or 5 decibels, that would make it a lot better. And there's like a down, 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 down. And it's kind of in the background too. I feel like right now the sub is super loud and there's a bunch of elements that are just not up front enough. I also wonder what it would be like if the sub was a little bit more interesting instead of just sustaining the root notes the whole time during the drops. You know, maybe it started or it followed the rhythm of like the other basses a little bit more or something, or maybe did like a little or something just to make it a bit more interesting. What was that low frequency? What is wrong with Rayham? Why is he a Spaniel? Yeah, so I think overall this is a very good start for 24 hours. Cramming it out. There's a lot of good ideas in here. I think the sub is too loud and maybe a little boring at times. I think that this kick drum doesn't have much thump to it. It feels like if you took out the sub, the kick would just be a boom, boom, boom. But it's a really cool track. I love this shit. I feel like this should come back, maybe even in certain sections of the drop. Like, that stuff is so cool, but I feel like after we got past the intro, it's still following that same kind of idea, but the sounds are different. I would bring back, even throughout the drops, maybe drop out a little section at the start of like the B drop, or I don't know. Use this stuff more, because the stuff in the intro is really cool and really has a lot of character to it. And then I feel like it just got discarded. But besides that, it's cool. It's an interesting trip shitter. Yep, that accurately describes it. Okay, thanks for sending, Cody. Very cool. I haven't heard anything you've done in a while, so it did not disappoint. Now, let's go back to Ice Kayab, a cool whip remix I'm making. It always reminds me, and always, I think the 2 times that I've listened to it, reminds me of dun 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 dun. Okay, this second chord progression is good. That first chord progression, it just hit not in a good way for me. That, nah, like, I don't know, but this second, yeah, I don't really like that. The na na na. It just to me it doesn't really accomplish anything melodically. So I'd maybe just do that second chord progression twice instead of the first and then the second. Again, I like this. I like that, but I don't like this. So to me, it almost just sounds like the chords are being picked at random, or at just kind of whatever you feel like at the moment. It doesn't, I don't hear a a theme, except like kind of dissonant, evil sounding chords. So if I were you, I would try to narrow it down to a theme, a chord progression, you know? Doesn't have to play different chords every time. But you need to bring it a little closer to the typical chords that people use, and then add in some spice from there. The chords that you're playing, I just aren't really doing anything for me. So again, we have yet another chord progression. You know, there's a reason why tracks don't typically have 6 different chord progressions in one song. What's going on? I can't read your name because the resolution is too low on this. But yeah, I mean, like, I would say like the production isn't bad, but the chords are just a little too rando, in my opinion. They just kind of, they're just doing chords, you know, they're the chords and they're doing chords, and they need to be a little bit more well chosen or thought out, maybe. So those last 3 chords, great. They sound good. Da, 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 da. Like, cool. That's acceptable, right? Even that was, yeah, it was close. It was close to being acceptable, in my opinion. It could just be a voicing thing that would fix that. So I think overall, what I would say is you've got some good bones here to work with, but you gotta just commit to a chord progression and a theme and go from there. That's what I have to say. Cheese, no, this is just, I have to go to a car show, so I'm doing it early. Every once in a while, I'll do it early if I have something I got to do on a Friday. So that's where we're at. All right, moving on. Let's listen to Coder B5. Oh, okay, we got the instrumental, and I'm assuming the vocals. Am I dumb? Are they here? Am I blind? Can anybody see where I put the vocal? One sec, let me look. I must have just not downloaded them. Okay. No, I did. Why is it? Am I fucking blind? Oh, it's at the bottom. All right, cool. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Let's. So Coder B5, Mesmerize. So I asked them to send the 2 tracks separately so we can have a crack at these vocals. So let's just listen to just the vocals for a sec.
When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know where.
So this frequency is very prominent. Yes, I'm doing feedback, but we're all filled up for this week. So if you want to join the Discord, you can submit for next week. I do it every Friday.
When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you.
Okay.
When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you.
Okay, this is sounding better already. So let's compare between the dry vocal.
When I look look into your
And then me just EQing this and compressing it a bit more.
When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you, get over you.
Yes, I can send the vocals when I'm done. So a lot of the time people use way too much reverb. Like 1 or 2% reverb on this track, I think is going to be...
When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you, get over you. I can't escape this feeling burning in my soul. 100 degrees, it's taken me to places I ain't been before. You're so hard to forget, and now I live with regret. But I've been getting by. Then I see your face, I'm all out of place, and I don't know why. When I look into your eyes.
So a lot of the time with vocal stuff, it's the subtle stuff that counts, right? It's knowing when to restrain yourself from adding a ton of effects, right? Getting it sounding like a nice, crisp vocal that fits in the mix is the most important thing. And then adding some subtle delay or reverb or whatever effects you want is the next thing.
When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you, get over you. I can't escape this feeling burning in my soul. 100 degrees, it's taken me to places I ain't been before. You're so hard to forget, and now I live with regret. But I've been getting by. Then I see your face, I'm all out of place, and I don't know why. When I look into your eyes.
So right here, I'd probably, and I'm obviously I don't have the stems, but I'd probably chill the instrumental out. I'm just going to do it with a volume curve right now.
When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you, get over you. When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized.
So there's kind of an issue with the recording that I'm struggling with, and it's down in this area.
When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you, get over you. When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized.
And maybe too, like in the pre-chorus, let's see what it sounds like if we bring in, so we have kind of like that slap back delay.
When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you, get over you.
So let's see if we automate some reverb. Let's do this. So we have like the slapback delay reverb, the really quick, subtle one. But then I'm thinking for an effect, we could bring in this longer reverb. So I'll play just the instrument or just the vocal.
I'm all out of place, and I don't know why. When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you, get over you. When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you, get over you.
I don't know what the tempo is, so I'm
I say,
guessing. But you could bring in, like, say, like the verses maybe have no big delay on it, right? So
100 degrees, it's taken me to places I ain't been before. You're so hard to forget, and now I live with regret. But I've been getting by. Then I see your face, I'm all out of place, and I don't know why. When I look.
okay, 120. So now let's see what happens if we bring this in and we change this to like maybe a quarter note.
And now I get over you. When I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you, get over you. I second guess myself.
So like the Discord thing doesn't work, but if you look over right here, that works. Yeah, don't listen to Raham. So there's something going on with the recording of this vocal. It has this weird resonance in the bottom foundation, like the fundamental of his vocal. Because sometimes with this given curve, sometimes it sounds too muddy, but then sometimes it sounds too thin, and I can't quite nail the EQ curve on it, right? It definitely is better though, because if we go back and forth between my effects or my processing and no processing, so
I second guess myself, can't confide in anyone else. This torture, it consumes me. 1 minute we're laughing, next you are leaving. I thought I was strong.
it's better, but I'm not like totally happy with it. I feel like maybe he was eating the maybe he was eating the microphone or something while he was recording it. I'm not quite sure, but there's something causing some weird low end stuff.
When I look into your eyes,
Like right there, right here, if you listen to how kind of muddy it is.
when I look into your,
And if I turn off the effect,
when I look into your eyes, I get mel.
you might be able to do some like multi-band compression stuff to help, but we are band-aiding. We're band-aiding stuff because there's an issue with the recording. So if I just load up Maximus
When I look in,
and we find that frequency, let's go to the low.
when I look into your eyes, I get mesmerized. I don't know if I'll get over you, get over you.
Multi-band-aiding, yeah, that's a good phrase. So this is kind of, without spending a whole lot of time, this is kind of where I would have the vocals.
100 degrees, it's taken me to places I ain't been before. You're so hard to forget, and now I live with regret. But I've been getting by. Then I see your face, I'm all out of place, and I don't know why. When I look into your,
Again, right here for this section, the vocal gets buried underneath the instrumental. So I would, and don't do it just with the volume thing over the master, like actually produce this part softer.
when I look into your eyes, when I look into your eyes,
this is where I'd have it, and I'm gonna send it to you with the reverb and delay and without the reverb and delay, and then you can make up your mind. So let me just do this. Mez vocal wet. Go. And now we wait. Why is it taking so long? It almost seems like it's going at like real time. Anyway, yeah, I think there's some fundamental problems with the recording of the vocal. It's not terrible, but there's just something weird in the low end. And I know that you have numerous layers to the vocal and probably some processing, so maybe it's something in the layering or the processing. I'm not quite sure. I swear to God, if I just rendered that out with the... Oh, man. Motherfucker. Let me do that again. Yeah. Mez. There it is. Oh, I should probably turn off the... Sorry, I'm losing my mind, apparently. Thank you. But I think that this gets it to a good spot. So here we go. Okay. I think I submitted question mark. When did you submit? Because the submissions are closed for this week. So if you submitted, I don't know where you submitted. But if you see your track on the side once we're done rendering, then yes, you have submitted. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm just going to turn off the delay and reverb, and then I can send it to you dry as well. But that's what I would do. I hope that watching me do that was helpful in some way. But also feel free to just use these vocals instead, if you like them. Do I have a little tip for making synthwave? No. I'm just joking. I don't know. Get the Tal Audio Juno clone. That's a pretty good synth. I think RC20 has some good wobbly effects, but there's also this free plugin. I don't know how to find it anymore. I've had it for like 2 decades, called Wow and Flutter. So this, if you turn these down, you just use this gives it kind of that pitch drifty kind of lo-fi sound. So those are my 2 little tips for making synthwave. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Thank you for sending that, and I'll send that to you after the stream is done, and hopefully that helps. Let's move you. Okay. All right. Next up, we got. Oh yeah, let me disable the master effects first before I ruin somebody's track. Okay, let's have a listen. Emanu, it's our Destiny CAD remix whip. that was really cool and unique. I will say that I liked this drop better than... Like, I do like this, but it's just a little bit too chaotic. Like I can't quite... It's like a wrestler covered in Vaseline, and I'm trying to get him into some sort of heterosexual chokehold, and I can't because he's covered in Vaseline. But here... I'm able to wrap my hands around him. So there's that. I'm not suggesting you take out this drop, but maybe try to... Maybe half of this drop is this, and then you use this for the second half of the first drop, and then you do a variation of it for the second drop, you know? Because this part's sick. That part, to me, I can, like, get behind heterosexually. This part, I'm like, it feels like a ninja is, like, running around, and I'm like, what's happening? And it's anyway, I like ninjas, but at some point I want the ninja to, like, sit down and shake my hand instead of just, like, doing backflips over top of me and shit. I don't know if any of that makes any sense. On a technical note, I found there were some sounds up in the high mids that were a bit aggressive. Like this reverse... And the vocals too. It's just there's a lot of energy up there in that top, like, high mid area. So I would just be careful with that. But I don't know. I feel like, let's see if I could just chop it up and do it. I have no idea what tempo this is. Okay, this is the start, right? Uh, 66 or 67. All right, let's try 66. I'm gonna say it's 67. Sorry. So basically how it works is the submissions for next week will be open after this stream is done, and then I take up to 20 submissions per week, and I already have 20 submissions for this week, and I'm kind of on a timeline, so I won't be able to listen to any more besides what's already loaded in here this week. But I do it every Friday, so hop on the server and submit for next week. Okay, so let's see. Oh, shit. Hold on. I did the wrong thing. Like, I feel like if you transition, maybe had like a little mini breakdown for like a bar or two, and then back into the 4 to the floor, that kind of gives us the best of both worlds. We get the crazy kind of IDM brain ninja shit, but then we get into, oh, okay, now I can like bop my head and get into the groove a little bit more. That would be my suggestion. But it's a really cool and unique track, and besides the piercing sounds, I think it sounds dope, man. Good job. All right, let's move on. We got Galantis, Spaceship featuring Uffy Tack remix. Okay. First of all, don't have massive swells for intros because people will just skip the song immediately. So I would suggest this. Okay, I like this melodically. Leading up was great, but the build up, doesn't really justify the increase in perceived volume. Like it's like you've got this build up like this. Oh, do the thing and I'll type in the stuff. Like, I know it looks one way, but this is what it sounds like. You know what I mean? Like, the energy level kind of, it's starting to build up, and then it just abruptly goes full fucking throttle. So I would try to build up a little bit, although the drop sounds like it's pushed a little hard. And also, I think your sub is an octave too high. Yeah, you're playing like a D. So you're doing D, D, G, A. So D, G, A sharp, C. And I think almost all of those notes are an octave too high. Because you could go. Oh, sorry. Maybe it's just the D that's too high. Yeah, maybe just drop the D. Maybe the D, drop the D. Yeah, drop the D down. Also, I do agree that the snare doesn't fit, but also it just kind of it just hits a little strange when it comes in off that build. Also, I think you should change down to the A on the kick drum early. Dun 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 dun. Because it feels kind of weird with the kick. The kick hits before the start of the bar, but the bass note changes at the start of the bar. You know what I mean? Bam bum pshtum bam bam pshtum. I think that would help a lot. So drop the D, make the sub bass follow the kick pattern a little bit more like that, and also maybe strip some of the elements out. It just kind of sounds like a wall of sound. There's a lot of stuff happening, and a lot of the time simplifying really does help a lot. So try pulling a couple elements out. Just take your track and mute stuff, randomly mute stuff. Like, what's it sound like if I take out the wow 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 thing? Maybe it sounds great, maybe it needs it, or maybe it just needs a tweak. But just go and play with the mute button, and you might find a better sounding drop. But I do think you should drop that D down to the lower octave. Okay, let's keep going.
I found a spaceship. You got the kind of love that's taking me new places. I'm on the spaceship. You got the kind of love that's taking me new places. You take me
Yeah, and I think just generally the drop is just a little, I mean, I know it's kind of like hyper pop or whatever, but it just is just a bit too pushed. Like the clipping and the compression on the master. I don't know. I think it's a little too pushed for me. Anyway, try those couple things and see where you get with it. Thank you for sending. Let's move on. We got Adexi, Apex Legends main theme alternate soundtrack by me August 18th. Okay, here we go. Wow. So that was the Round Balls trailer? That was really epic, man. The only thing I would say is it just needs a little bit more brightness overall. I felt like this helped. And in the first, like, heavy section, let me get rid of this, right here, I feel like it needs a snare. I know, like, you've held off on the snare until here, but it kind of sounds like there's a snare, but it's just quiet because there's like percussion stuff happening, right? So I think this part could use the snare as well. Yeah, I think so. That's what I would do. Besides that, it's great. It sounds like it definitely sounds like trailer music. So maybe you have a career waiting for you in the trailer music industry. I have no idea. Very, very cool. Add that snare in, brighten the whole thing up a little bit. Send her to Michael Bay. All right, cool. We got D's nuts. Got them too. Oh, let me make sure I got nothing. Okay, we're good. Oh my God, that synth. It sounds like the John Lennon Christmas song. The Discord is right. Let me just give you a hand. Hold on one sec. I'm just gonna go like this. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna come over here. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight your question here. I'm gonna also draw a circle, okay? Now watch. It's right here. Okay, this sounds like the Beatles Christmas song. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. That song. That's what that synth sounds like. Anyway, let's keep going. Is it Paul McCartney? I don't fucking know. It's the you know, with the delay that doesn't quite match up because it's not synced to a tempo because it was made in the 1800s. Okay, so my thoughts on this is that you have lots of cool glitch hop sound design. Now make a song. That's I don't know what else to say about this. It's a bit messy because there's like a lot of stuff just kind of happening, but you got some cool sounds in there. So now try to write a song and use these cool sounds in the song. And I know that that's not super helpful feedback, but it's kind of, the track isn't really at a spot for me to deliver great, amazing feedback. Yeah, make a song. That's what I have to say. Cool. All right, we got Cloudy Parallels and Overthinker featuring Kaliza Oh It All. All right, let's have a listen. Also, I fully think that Raham Googled that to tell me that it was Paul McCartney. Don't you think that I don't know? You're such a UK person. Wow. Okay. I think this sounds great. The snare sounds like a popcorn kernel popping in my mind. That makes no sense when I say it out loud. The snare looks like it has an EQ curve like this. This is what, if I saw the snare, like it's got the doom and it's got the psh, but it doesn't have anything in the middle. There's nothing here. So I would say your snare is just a little too... It's lacking mids, I think is what I'm trying to say. It's very, like, there's a lot of, like, punch, and there's a lot of... Tss, but there's not a lot of stuff in between those two areas. So maybe address that. I don't even know if I love the snare just in general. But anyway, moving on. I'd have the vocals cut through a bit better in this build up. The build up kind of overtakes the vocals. Yeah, like, okay, if you look above me when the snare hits, I know that we don't have the snare by itself, but we kind of do because of the extreme sidechain. Okay, right here. See that dark spot right here? Right around the 3 to 500 hertz. See how there's nothing there whatsoever? See what I mean? Right down at the bottom, and that's like if I go in and turn this on. This is kind of the area, the frequency that I'm talking about. It's sucking the life out of the track. Every time you hit the snare, you sidechain the track out, but we're losing all of those mid-range frequencies every time the snare hits. Okay, let's keep going. You can actually kind of see it in the here, and that's more than just the snare. I think the whole track is kind of scooped in those frequencies. Let's keep going. It sounds like the snare is both high passed and low passed. Again, the vocals are getting lost in this big build-up. Yeah, it's very bright in this section. I would listen to the Whales remix of Anyway by FWLR at the last drop and use that as a reference to give you some ideas on how to mix this section, because this part reminds me a lot of that. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I think the track overall is a bit scooped. It's very bright and very deep, but not a whole lot of mids. And the snare especially is very, very scooped. So do with that information what you would like. All right, we got a collab of the FWLR feedback stream enjoyers. Cat Attack and Bleed. This should be good. Phantoms. Oh, I should also turn off the EQ or the whatever. Okay, this is really fucking good, guys. Good job. I like the interesting vocal effects, but I think that you should take the vocals as they are now and bring them down and layer them behind a dry vocal, because it's too effecty. I think it's too effecty. I think I want to understand the vocals easier, and I want to have an easier time listening. I do enjoy the character and stuff that you have created with the vocal effects, but I think you should use that as a layer and have the prominent layer be a dry-ish. Doesn't have to be totally dry, obviously, but not like crazy formant shift, all that stuff, right? And that goes for everything I've heard so far. Okay, and arrangement-wise, we kind of like, we finally hit our stride in this section. But it doesn't last very long. So I would maybe change the arrangement to get to this section quicker, because I feel like this is a stronger section than... This section kind of feels like a build-up or a bridge or a verse, and this section feels like the chorus to me. I think you should get there quicker and stay there longer. But anyway, we'll keep going. Also, somebody asked if I'll be doing another feedback. I do it every Friday, usually at 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. I did it earlier today, but yeah, every single Friday. Yeah, I can hear it, and it sounds so good with like a nice, clean vocal with all that cool stuff underneath of it and echoing past it and all that stuff. But like having a nice, clear vocal there would be sick. Yeah, this is really good, guys. I think it needs clean vocals and it needs a better arrangement. Right now, the arrangement is very ADHD, just kind of doing stuff. And I really feel strongly, after hearing the whole thing, I do still think that this is your chorus. Like that's so catchy, but we only get it once, I think. So I would use this as the chorus and then structure the song around building our anticipation for that chorus and then delivering the chorus. Shout out to my man Slushy Gaming. That'll be $14, please. I'm just joking. Okay, so those are my thoughts. I think it's great. You guys have a lot of amazing material to work with here, but it's like I would save it as a new project and totally fuck the arrangement up and try to. I mean, it's a journey for sure, but I just felt like I was being led through a maze as opposed to, you know, I don't know what the other analogy is. It just. I want this to be the chorus, and I want to look forward to hearing the bum bum ba dum bum bum, that thing. I want to look forward to that, you know. I want to as the build up's happening, I'm like, oh, I'm so ready to fucking ba ba da ba da ba, you know, like I want to look forward to something, and it's been a long time since I've done that. So, all right, those are my thoughts. Thank you for sending, and I'm very proud of you two for working together. That's very cool. All right, let's move on. ANV8. ANV8, tune submitted by Fayhue. Okay, full mega collab list of names on Discord. Okay. Wow, that was fucking nuts. I just want to go back here for a sec, though. Favorite part of the song right there. I have no notes. This was incredible. I have no idea what the hell I just listened to, but I enjoyed every second of it, so good job. I don't have any suggestions. It's fucking weird, and that's great. Cool. Thanks for sending. That was quite the journey. We got Aiden Dodge Phase 1.
Okay. Aiden Dodge back with another rap. Get ready to jam, cause this one's gonna slap. Motherfucker, I'm out to Phase 1. Dust myself up on the battles I've won. Getting a low cause I need to reload with a new set of lyrics. Like, where did this come from? Everyone says that I'm special, but it's not something just with my name on an entirely different level. And I'm ready to start a new game. Let's pull my story up about how I became so fucking grand. I learned a thing from Euphoria.
My early fans would understand.
When I was 4 years.
My early fans would understand.
When I was 4 years old, I missed out the way B's been cunning. Now I'm getting my music sold, and it's making me fucking money. Motherfucker, I'm out to Phase 1. This is nothing I do just for fun. I need to use that rhyme cause I don't wanna run out of fucking time. Spend your pennies and dimes to get to the light show and watch me shine. My flow is sick, my rhythm is slick. The amateur rap throne is fucking mine. Motherfucker, I'm on to Phase 1. I love this rhythm, it's second to none. And for an amateur rapper, I know how to keep my words at the top of the ladder. Even after every line I've sung, I still have yet to bite my tongue. And since the song is not a disgrace, let me keep spitting bars in your face. What sets me aside from other rappers, must you ask? I know how to make a symphony and I love my brass. All these rappers, they be sampling and that shit, but I don't need that, I got ample of my own shit. All these rappers brag about having big booty bitches. Man, I'm just trying to focus on becoming the richest. I like to add some humor cause it adds a little spice. I slap lyrics together and say, yeah, this'll suffice. Motherfucker, I'm out to phase 1. This is nothing I do just for fun. I need to use that rhyme cause I don't wanna run out of fucking time. Spend your pennies and dimes to get to the light show and watch me shine. My flow is sick, my rhythm is slick, the amateur rap throne is fucking mine. Motherfucker, I'm on to phase 1. I love this rhythm, it's second to none. And for an amateur rapper, I know how to keep my words at the top of the ladder. Even after every line I've sung, I still have yet to bite my tongue. And goddamn, rapping makes me feel so fucking young. I hope you like that rap from Aiden Dodge, cause this is the last one you'll be getting for a while. Okay now, bye. For real now, bye. Bye.
Shit, I got so into the flow of aggression that it caused me to have anger issues.
Wow. Okay, that was not at all what I was expecting. I don't know if you made the beat and rapped. I think my note is gonna be that you need to, like, you are doing good at phase 1. I think phase 2 is going to be improving your timing on the delivery of some of the lines. Some of the lines were a little late or early, or they just they were a little clumsy rhythmically. A lot of it wasn't bad that way, but some moments you were kind of felt like you didn't know what the rhythm of the line was supposed to be. You know what I mean? So I would just keep fucking doing it. I love that you're doing this shit. It's hilarious, and I like that you're including humor, because if you didn't, it wouldn't fly. Oh, you did both. Okay, cool. Let me listen to the beat.
When I was 4 years old, I made sound the way bees been cunning. Now I'm gaining my news.
I mean, the beat is good.
For an amateur rapper, I know how to keep my words at the top of the ladder. Even after every line I've sung, I still have yet to bite my tongue. And goddamn, rap.
I mean, I think the snare could use a little more bottom end. It's a little too and not enough, you know? But besides that, I think the beat's good. The beat is exactly what you would expect on this kind of rap. But yeah, I would say just keep working on your flow and your rhythm, because that was the biggest thing. It was just there's a few lines where it was like, instead of like da 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 da, it was kind of like da 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 da. You know, like it just kind of, you got a little lost in the sauce. But besides that, thank you for the numerous laughs that you threw in there. So that was cool. All right, cool. We're moving on. We're going to moving on. I know how to talk. I just choose not to. Adonicat. I don't know how to say that. Petrification. Jesus, that sounds like a Cannibal Corpse song. Okay, so right off the bat, the chords kind of just sound like they've been picked out of a hat. Like, now that the synth comes in, I kind of get it. Like, it's the chords aren't really moving around. It's almost like voicing of the same chord. Like, it's dun 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 dun. Like, that's what the actual chord progression is. But it's not super clear. Like, I would almost have like a pedal tone. I don't. The chords just kind of feel a little random to me. Just when I thought that just when I thought the chords couldn't get more random, we have yet another random chord. Let's keep going. So I think I'm going to give the same feedback as I did to was it Emmanuel? I don't remember who it was, but the chords, like pick a chord progression. You know, it's just a little too out of pocket. Like I don't know how to attach myself to the song when I'm listening to it, because I almost can't predict what's going to happen at all. And, you know, there's obviously sometimes it's nice to surprise people, but every single chord change is a surprise to me. So your PWM synth, that thing is really like stepping on everything's toes. Like if you try to even listen to the drum beat, that thing is on top. But yeah, I think yeah, it's getting Liddy at the funeral. That's funny. This looks sick. I can't zoom in far enough though. It must be the PWM bass. Yeah, anyway, my thoughts on this in general are I can kind of hear some potential chord progressions happening. But it's just too random in terms of the chord progression. I can't follow along. It's every chord is now this is that chord. Oh, now it's this chord. Now it's that chord, right? So I don't really like telling people to use more typical this, because usually typical is used in a negative context. But at a certain point, you have to bring it a little bit closer to the typical, you know? So pick a chord progression, write a melody that works with the chord progression. This is kind of the basics of like writing a song in general. And then, you know, apply your own style and the sounds and the stuff that you like to that. But I do really think that if you chose a more conventional 4-chord, 8-chord, you know, chord progression, you probably would be a lot better off. And let's listen to this. And although I do like the sound of a PWM lead, I don't know if I could just listen to it on its own like that. So, you know, I don't know that these sections where it's just kind of like a single synth is doing anything. It needs more context. It needs, I don't know. For you, what I would say is focus on working on your chord progression skills and go from there. Okay, cool. Let's move on. We got 143 D major North Star Multifox remix. That's a mouthful. I really got to pee. I'm going to listen to the start of it while I'm peeing. Here we go.
When dreams feel far away and my hope begins to fade, I close my eyes and see you there, a million miles away. The skies begin to change and colors make their way. I know it's gonna be okay, okay. No matter how deep, no matter how far, you always walk me through the dark.
Okay, so my thoughts already is when you have like a full girth kick drum and no other bass elements, it's just it just sounds unfinished. You know what I mean? Like if this is a build-up, let it be a build-up. Don't give us full girthy kick drum yet. Maybe high pass it, or use a smaller kick drum, or use a different element, because it just feels naked down there when it's just a big kick but no bass to go along with it. It's still whip. But yes, of course, I understand. Okay, and my next thing is the third chord. The third chord, I know I always pick apart your chords, and I'm sorry for that, but it is because I truly think that it could be better. So, man, everything is in the key of D today. So it's D, B. Yeah. I'd go to the F sharp. That's the progression I would use. Because you're going... Yeah, you're going to the C sharp, but that feels more like a harmony, not a root to me, right? That sounds like a better chord progression. So I would at least give that a shot. Let's move on. So I love the chip tune though. That's cool. I just really think you should go to the F sharp.
No, it's no mistake if we're here out of place. Lost is just another name for us finding our way. And I'm with you for the whole ride. Weightless under your sky, and your gravity feels so right, so right.
I was playing those bass notes just to give you an idea. I think that is the chord progression. So basically, go and try it. Try D, B, F sharp. And if you wanted like every other time to have a fourth chord, you could go D, B, F sharp, A. I think those are good chords. Okay, those are my thoughts for this one. That's the biggest thing. Try those chord progressions, and I think you'll like them. I do. Let's move on. We got Volcode, 160 DMB cute. First drop questionable, second drop with Aura Ghost acapella.
Today I'm kinda feeling like a ghost. Call my friends, but ain't nobody home. Tell myself I'm fine, but I don't really know. I'm just scared that I'll end up alone. I never let it show, but I feel like a missed call on the phone. Trying to live my life as you go, but I'm so scared that I'll end up alone.
One sec, guys. I have to do something. I think this is the motivation I need. I think this is going to get me out of my slump. Oops. See, this is what we should all strive for. This is this is honestly this is inspiring. And good job on impressing Raham. Crazy. Never seen it happen before. Except with Tesseracts and Raptures. But anyway. Okay, so what do I think about this? I think that the vocals, first of all, I think it's great. I do enjoy it. Especially the second drop. Second drop is stronger than the first drop. I would agree. I find the vocals get buried most of the time. The instrumental is still going full fuck you mode, and the vocals are just kind of left there trying to cut through, and it's not working. Like, it's not bad here. But it also, like, does the snare need to be that loud? Maybe the vocals should be louder than the snare. Also, the second part of the drum. It's going to be challenging to get the vocals to cut through this section. I will agree with you on that. So I don't really know what to tell you there, but the vocals, maybe just like let off on the side chaining, or try them not even side chained. Who knows? Maybe that's the move. And then there are a few moments. I feel like there's a lot of bass and there's a lot of high end, but there's not a lot of mids that tell me exactly which note is being played on the bass. I feel like the note that's being played is just a little bit vague, because we have a lot of the sub and a lot of the top end noise crunchiness, but not a lot of tonality to it. So maybe either that's a layer thing or maybe an EQ thing. It just, I want to more easily hear the note that's being played. Like, say, on my phone. I feel like if you listen to this could be a good test for you. Listen to it on your phone speaker and see if you can clearly hear what notes are being played. And if not, then address that issue. This part's sick. The second drop is dope. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Yeah, I know you know what notes being played, but that's not really my point. Anyway, let's move on. All right, we got Tsuki Go featuring San Holo Run, Rapture's remix final. Woo woo. That was excellent. I think the vocals need to cut through more though, because I heard "I need you" like I need a heartbeat, and I think "let you go" or "let me go" or something. And the rest, I was just like, she's got a great voice. Don't know what she's saying. So that's really the only thing I have for this one. This sounds dope. Oh, I did have one other thing. I think like halfway through this intro, I think you should bring in another little rhythmic thing to kind of, you know, add a little whatever this is. Besides that, just, it's going to be challenging, but I believe in you. You can do it. You got to get those vocals cutting through. So this is a pop song, right? It's a very cool, your style of production and stuff, and it's very cool. It's way cooler than normal pop, but at its core, this is a pop song. The vocals are the most important thing in this track, even though you have excellent sounds and production and mixing. But make sure those vocals are just fucking clear as day, so that all the people that aren't just in it for the sound design can easily attach themselves and relate to the vocals. And then the parts with no vocals, fuck it. Go as hard as you want, you know? But yeah, I think making some more space. Because her vocal is very thin, and that might be your doing, or that might have been the stem that you had. I'm not sure. But it's very airy, but you have a lot of other airy stuff happening at the same time, like that, like the synths and stuff. They're very airy, and they're competing with each other. So maybe like low pass some stuff, or you could maybe just turn some stuff down. But I think that the problem is that her vocal resides. Her vocal resides in the top end primarily, with all the airiness. And you have a lot of other elements in the top end that are competing with that frequency range. But for the most part, do whatever you got to do to make those vocals cut through. Whoop-de-doo. Pee-pee-poo-poo. All right, moving on. Getting down there, and I'm running out of time. Let's check out 10 to 2, 10 toe 2, 10 to 2 to 10, 10 toe 2. Break free with numbers instead of letters. That's cool. This sounds like the soundtrack of a clown murdering you with a hatchet. And not like in a quick way, like not like to the head or the neck, like to the knees first. And now there's like another clown in the corner jerking off. And now there's a distinguished gentleman with a monocle just walked in. You're still alive, by the way. Okay, so on a serious note, technical notes are this, because melodically it's a little too silly for me. But if that's what you're into, that's fine. I'm not kink shaming. But if we look over at the spectrogram, check this out. So this is what I'm going to say. The kick and the bass are very loud compared to the rest of the track, and it gives it kind of a muffly sound, because I think the master, well, I don't know if there's much master stuff happening, but it sounds, first of all, the kick and the bass, too loud. I think the piano is too loud too, because it kind of feels like it's on top of everything. Oh, it's also not sidechained. So there's some stuff that sounds deeply sidechained, and then there's some stuff that doesn't sound sidechained at all. So like the piano isn't sidechained, but or is there sidechaining? The piano definitely isn't sidechained. I don't know about the rest of the stuff, but for this track, what I would do is practice getting your balance right between your low end and your high end. Okay, this track has too much. Where did the stream go? Did I drop out? I don't know. A bit big today. At first, I thought it was all. What? I don't know what I don't know what's going on here. I hope I'm back. It looks like I am according to OBS. Anyway, yeah. Turn the kick and the bass down, and then practice side chaining as well, because I think this could use side chaining on definitely the piano and maybe the other stuff too. I can't quite tell. So balance and side chaining. And I can't really comment on the melodic stuff because it's a bit too carnival for me or something. And I hope that's not offensive. That's just how I feel about it. All right. I got 15 minutes. I got to plow through these three. I'll do my best to do them justice. We got Tact, Cyclone. Okay, I'm going to stop it here for a sec. This needs a theme. It has no theme. It is a cool beat, and it goes hard, and I like when the vocal thing, I can't understand any of it, but that's okay. It's a cool beat. It has no theme, no riff, no hook, and it needs that. Because everything in here is a supporting element, but we don't have the song yet. We just have a beat that you need to now put the song in. You know, you have to inject the song into it. It could be something as simple as a little, heaven forbid, a brass thing, dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You know, like some sort of riff or something that gets stuck in our head, because this is a cool beat and it sounds good, but I couldn't hum this to somebody. I couldn't be like, hey, have you ever heard this song that goes, you know, like it's just kind of playing one note, and that's okay for the sub, but like add something in there that makes it a song, and that will earn you at least $7 million or your money back. All right, we got 720 Gat. What is Gat? You know, this might be one of the first times that we actually had somebody put an image in the spectrogram. So thank you for that, 720. This is a cool start to a cool track. But again, I almost have the exact same note for this as I did for the last song. Now it's time to add in a hook, a theme, a melody. What are you trying to convey? What are you trying to communicate to your audience with this song? And right now, it gets me going, but I don't have any sort of emotional attachment to it. I don't have any sort of vested interest in this or any sort of relatable feelings, right? And that could come from a vocal thing. That could come from a riff, a funny little synth thing. Like, it could be anything. But right now you have the basis for a cool bass house track. Now it's time to make it a song, right? And I'm sorry if that's not super helpful, but I do believe that that's what you need to do. Because I don't have any like mix or production notes. It sounds cool. I think you just now need to turn it into a song. Hunter, I saw yours come through. I will try to get to it. I got this one. I got Rage Stone. And then if I have time, because I have to leave at 3 and it's 2:49. So let's see. So this sounds really cool, but the whispering voice is very harsh and hard to understand. Okay, so I love this track, but the whisper vocals, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I can't understand them. I couldn't even tell you if they're in English or not. And you know, maybe that's okay. Maybe you're okay with people not understanding, but over here they're kind of harsh. Maybe at least de-ess them a little bit so that those shh sounds aren't so aggressive. The rest of the track is fucking sick, man. It sounds great. So I don't know. Maybe rethink the use of the vocals and go from there. All right, last one. We got from Hunter, Afrobeat.
واصحابي جايين رايحين نتبلبط ننزل نتشلبط شور سادة.
Where are these vocals from?
شور سادة وبنطلونين لوت بوكسر ومياهين اوعى تنسى الشبشب دايما احنا مش ناقصين نرجع تاني ونسيت الشبشب لازم نرجع كان شبشب جامد لازم نرجع احنا مش راجعين نجيب واحد جديد احنا مش راجعين بكام يعني مش كتير ده نعرف شوية دي شوية طلع أغلب بكتير نزلت حافي يا نهار اسود عندي شبشبين جامدين خلاص هانت ومروحين شور سادة وبنطلونين لوت بوكسر ومياهين اوعى تنسى الشبشب دايما احنا مش ناقصين ونسيت الشبشب لازم نرجع كان شبشب جامد لازم نرجع احنا مش راجعين نجيب واحد جديد احنا مش راجعين.
Okay, so my thoughts are this.
مش كتير ده نعرف شوية.
The vocals are a bit like there's almost too much low mids. They're a little muddy, right? And also, why don't we have a sub? Is that like a no-no for this style of music? Let me see what key you're in real quick. Oh my God. Using a mouse.
نزلت حافي يا نهار اسود عندي شبشبين جامدين خلاص هانت ومروحين شور سادة وبنطلونين لوت.
I don't know. I don't know what the notes are, but I feel like for the chorus, musically this is really good. But for the chorus, for it to really hit, I think it needs like a sub bass to dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's a something, but I don't know exactly what the chords are doing. Anyway, I think that would really separate the chorus. I also think the vocals should be a little bit more compressed, a little bit less low end in them. And also when you do your wide panned thing, that's cool, but I would also have something in the middle. And that's pretty much what I got for this one. I think it's a really good track, like musically, it's really good. I think that you need to sort out the vocals just sound a little lo-fi in a sense, and I think it would really make it pop off if you treated the chorus as like a drop almost, you know, like maybe hit it with like a cymbal or something like that, and then bring in the sub bass. But though, yeah, that's what I think. Okay, cool. So that's it. That's all for today. That's the wrong screen that I clicked. This is the correct screen that I clicked. Okay, I love you guys very much. Have a good weekend, and I will see you next week. Keep the tracks coming. Okay, bye.